remember the holiday services early on were a lot more simple. And I remember being in the building for the first 6 years. We did our best to make it look Christmassy, but at the same time, there were 2 garage doors, and there was a forklift when we first got there, and there was concrete floors. It was jam-packed, so it was tiny, but it was beautiful still. We enjoyed it, but it was a way simpler than it is today. The holiday services have changed significantly because as we moved into new auditoriums and eventually as we got to now 3 campuses, there's a complexity to it, doing it over 3 campuses, the size of the auditoriums. There's been a lot more inventiveness gone into the services, and it's still highly, it's fun and exciting, but man, in some ways we call it like our Super Bowl. So we throw a lot into it, and it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work at the same time. Well, holiday services, it's easier to invite a friend to a holiday service because people tend to show up in church. If they're going to show up in church, they're going to be there at Christmas or Easter. And I think people understand that the services are usually bigger and more festive, and maybe there's something attractive about it. But in America today, Christmas and Easter are the 2 big gathering points for people, and that in itself makes it easier for somebody to invite a friend to enjoy with them. What you don't see going on behind the scenes is the hours and hours and hours and days of prep work leading up to it from numerous teams. Usually we throw everything at it, from arts to music to decoration, and what's going on behind the scenes is an awful lot of work. That's one thing. Also, there is something about when you're doing services 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row or all day long with 6 or 7 services, the camaraderie that happens and the loving relationships that happen between the team members makes it, and for some team members, they don't want to miss Christmas Eve or Easter services because it's a great team building thing. That's what you don't see in the middle of the service, how it binds us together as a worship community. I'll always remember Christmas services at Grace because they took so much. Me personally, it was a whole day of my life, or 2 days of my life, and I will never forget waking up on Christmas morning, exhausted, but with a strong sense of gratitude that we had the opportunity to worship Jesus with thousands and thousands of people. Even though we were worn out, it felt like the best investment we could make. So I'll never forget Christmas services.